Hello and welcome to Lupus Impact Foundation, where I aim to educate, inspire, support, and give hope to those living with lupus, their families, and communities, transforming adversity into advocacy. Please note that the site content is provided for information purposes only, and I share my experiences with lupus as a registered nurse and an individual living with lupus and rheumatoid arthritis. So this information must not substitute professional medical advice, treatment, or diagnosis. Today I would like to share with you some tips on self-advocacy for the festive season. The holidays are upon us, and the year has just flown by. And I know for many of us living with lupus, it has been a really challenging time. It still is, because we know that lupus doesn't give us a break even now. I've had quite a difficult 2 weeks where I had unrelenting pain. I had to undergo a procedure, and I'm still recovering. I am still in a lot of pain as I'm speaking to you. And that is what lupus looks like. No one can tell that you are struggling. No one can tell how deep your pain levels are, because we are just showing up for life every day. We don't look like what we've been through, because we show up in spite of what we are facing. I felt it fitting to come and to wish you for the holidays and to greet your families and just give you some tips on how to get through the holidays. Tips that I, practice for my own life living with lupus, and I hope this helps you. As we close the chapter on 2024, I want to take a moment to reflect on how far we've come together as a community. This year marked our first anniversary as a non-profit organization, Lupus Impact Foundation. And though we are just beginning, the impact we've made together has been really profound. The saying, "Do not despise the day of humble beginnings," has truly defined our journey. It is because of you, the lupus warriors, and your willingness to let us into your worlds, into your hearts, into your stories, that we've achieved so much in a short space of time. I am deeply grateful for your courage and your trust. It fuels everything that we do. As the holiday season approaches, I want to acknowledge the unique challenges this time of the year can bring for those of us living with lupus. While many around us are caught up in the joy of planning and celebrating, lupus doesn't take a holiday. It doesn't pause for family gatherings, vacations, or special moments. For us, lupus warriors, there will be days when we don't feel well because of the unpredictability of lupus. Often it overshadows the things that we're able to do and the things that we do. And I know there's times we will wake up and not feel like we want to show up for the day, because lupus pain can be unrelenting. And if I can tell you, my sister came down from Saudi Arabia for the holidays, and I had a lot of plans, and there was a lot of things I wanted to do with her and help her with. But I suddenly got sick. I didn't plan it. I didn't anticipate it, but it just came on. And there's some things I just couldn't help. There were days when I just had to go and lie in bed all day, because I was in such intense pain. So I feel for the lupus warriors this time of the year. Those of you who have things to do, you want to be there for families you haven't seen in a while, but sometimes you don't even have the strength to get out of bed. And that inconsistency that lupus presents can be quite frustrating to those of us who are living with lupus. And it's not just frustrating for you, but for those who don't live with lupus every day. To the families and friends of lupus warriors, I encourage you to keep this reality in mind as you plan your celebrations. Rather than canceling plans, consider modifying them to better support your loved ones so that they can also be a part of the celebrations. Create an environment that acknowledges their needs and offers them flexibility, because that flexibility can be the greatest gift you give to a lupus warrior this Christmas. Your efforts to accommodate without judgment or frustration makes a world of difference to those living with lupus. And to the lupus warriors, I urge you to advocate for yourself. Remember, we don't look sick, so people just take it for granted that we're okay and that we can keep on going because we show up regardless of how we feel. Help those around you to understand that lupus doesn't respect schedules or commitments, and that sometimes you need grace instead of expectation. This advocacy doesn't just serve you, it fosters understanding and strengthens the relationships in your life, because people want to be there for you, they just need to know how. Finally, to the families who show up every day with unwavering support, you are seen, you are loved, and you are appreciated. Your patience and compassion are lifelines for your loved ones. You remind us that the strength of this community of lupus warriors doesn't just come from us, but from the incredible people who stand beside us every day. You know, I was just thinking over the past few days, social media is going to be flooded with picture perfect moments. It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of posts of people celebrating their success in the year 2024 as they transition to a new year, the year 2025. And that's all good and well. It's been a good year for a lot of people. You know, I as a lupus warrior, I can tell you it's also been a good year for me. It's been a fruitful year for me in spite of all that I've been through, in spite of all the challenges that lupus presents daily. But yesterday, as I sat back, I thought about the season and I thought about the significance of the season and how I as a Christian and many Christians around the world celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, our Savior that was born in a manger, born in a stable, in the most humble of surroundings. And whatever your Christmas looks like for you this year, whether you are going through unemployment, I know a lot of lupus warriors have been medically boarded. I know of a few warriors right now lying in hospital. Some of you have been discharged from hospital, but you are still recovering. Whatever your situation looks like today, I want you to take a moment like I did this week and just pause and reflect. And you will see God's fingerprints all over your life. You will see that God has been good to you. And if you're doubting that today, just remember you are here. You're still alive, you're still here. I always say that, but there's so much deep significance in saying that we can still count our blessings, all that God has done for us, all that He has sustained us through, and helped us to show up for life. Many times we are going through the fire, but we don't look like it. We don't look like it. And the other day I said to myself, this is the most frustrating part of lupus. But God reminded me and said to me, but hey, you know what? This is actually one of the most significant parts of living with an invisible disease, is that God is sustaining you through it. That is the reason why you don't look like all the stuff you've been through. And that is my encouragement today. When you look at the picture perfect moments on social media while you're scrolling, sometimes it's just a moment. I have a canvas that hangs in my lounge. It's a beautiful picture of my family that we took on my son's 21st birthday. The picture looks amazing. Everyone that walks in here, the first thing that catches their eye is that picture. and everyone comments on how perfect it is. But if I can tell you the story behind it, it was not perfect at all. I was just discharged from hospital the day before following a kidney biopsy. I asked the doctor to please let me go home. It's my son's birthday. It's a big one. I want to be there. And I smiled for the photo. We all smiled, but we were going through a tough time as a family. And whenever people comment on the photo, I just smile. And I say that, God, thank you that we don't look like what we've been through. So let us be thankful this holiday season. Let us approach this season with gratitude in our hearts, love, kindness, generosity, love one another, be kind to people, be patient with each other. And just in case someone needs to hear this today, it's okay if the only thing you did this year was survive. You got through this year, you're still here. And the fact that you're here means the world to the people in your world and the people that love you. So I'd like to take this opportunity from the Lupus Impact Foundation to wish every single person that is watching today, our lupus warriors, families, friends, supporters, our sponsors, those that have supported us throughout this year. I'm so thankful. I'm so grateful to you. And because of you, we were able to make a difference in many lives. So have yourself a very merry, blessed Christmas and a prosperous, God-filled 2025. Whatever 2025 brings you, may you be blessed, may you be full of faith, and may you trust in God and never give up on the hope that one day we will have a cure for lupus. Remember, if you'd like to purchase my book, you may order my book, The Show Must Go On www.lupusimpactfoundation.com. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share this video, and together we can make lupus known. Remember to follow us on our Facebook page, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and our website. And send through your suggestions for content on our email, hello@lupusimpactfoundation.com. Until next time, guys, be safe, be blessed. I love you all.